Nuclear missile ready.
Welcome! I'm Xenodactyl. I am here to present you with the NA Pro Week 1 ATL match for Alpha X versus eXoN. We will be getting into game as soon as a lobby is made. I see that one player is here at least. I don't know if the other one is here yet, but the captains are dealing with that, so I don't have to. It's nice to just cast and not be running around doing other things too. In any case, we'll be starting today with Paco Mike versus Nina on Purity Industry. This will be followed by Vindicta versus Cham on Zen, Asuna versus Balice on Eternal Empire, and Starkiller versus Burninator on Golden Wall, assuming I actually have this thing working properly. I think so. There is a small possibility that maps might get swapped around, players swapped around slightly if that becomes an issue, but at minimum, we have 3 matches. It's first to 3 since it's best of 5, but we have potentially 5 matches, right? If the ace match becomes a necessary piece. We shall see, we shall see. Well, hello Vindicta in the chat. You're like in the past because I'm on the time delay, but you're also in the present because you'll be playing, so you know. It's like we get to have the foretaste of temporal mechanics. No, it's actually nothing I like. Timey-wimey, the timey-wimey wibbly-wobbly stuff. Okay, a lobby has been made. Let's see here. I have piggybacked into the lobby. It is Purity Industry, both players are here. So soonish we should be getting underway. Players are in their appropriate positions. Races look correct as well. PvP should be in order. And yeah, it's a good map for some PvP memery. Yeah. I will probably spend the first minute of the game just talking about some funny things that could happen here. But that will depend on building placement. I don't think either of them will do anything terribly strange. Well, Nina can be funny sometimes. She likes her memes. I've yet to see Paco Mike do a full-out meme. In any case, let's get this show on the road. Too much responsibility for you. Oh no, Vindicta. Oh no. You got made a mod and now it's terrifying. Oh hey Talden, you're actually in the stream now too. In any case, spawning at the 1205 position as the red Protoss for Alpha X, it is Paco Mike. And at the 245 position as the blue Protoss, playing for eXoN, she is Nina. Okay, me. Where is the thing? Oh, here it is. I wanted to turn something off. There we go. Alright. So we have a cannon rush coming out of Nina. Sorry, I forgot to... I didn't see the forge because I was doing other things. Fixing the screen. Looks like Nina has actually cancelled the forge. Looking at this right? Oh, no, the forge finished. What am I talking about? We have forge defense coming out of Paco Mike. First cannon is up over, well, cancelled because there was too much surface area. Good positioning of the probe is going to allow Nina to, or Paco Mike to deny interior cannon space, and secondary pylon is well positioned to help zone. Looking for the gas steal is Nina. She does get it, and the zealot does come out. So this has mostly flopped, and Paco Mike is looking in a good position. Even canceling his forge, so feeling the threat has been held. There is still a probe from Nina here, but nothing is gonna come of it, I don't think. And yeah. The gas steal is kind of annoying, and behind this we do have a worker pull. Why? There is a zealot here. Oh, okay. So she pulled the probes in case the zealot got here before the cannon completed. But now that the cannon is complete, she's probably just gonna drop a pylon? No? Okay. Maybe she didn't have... Well, she had money. I guess she didn't feel it was worth it. Her own zealot is gonna start as her core is also going down, and two adepts are gonna come out behind all of this. I like this pylon placement from Paco Mike, going to give him vision of the low ground just in case there was a sneaky probe trying to resume the cannon rush. The zealot does pop for Nina, and while Paco does unpower her, he's not going to be able to get any additional damage. Adepts are going to shade into the main behind this, so the one zealot is going to have its work cut out for it as, oh no. that's much better. Yes, it is good to not have adepts in your base. This pylon is going to be forced to complete, and a recall to the natural will not be possible as the adepts are just camping this location. A stalker will be out momentarily, and that should help shoo away the adepts. But behind this, Paco can really go wherever he wants. He has a noticeable advantage when it comes to tech, and he has 4 adepts, so this is going to allow him to put on enough pressure to offset the earlier natural from Nina. He's getting his own natural behind this, and the Stalker is being annoying with the help of the cannon having softened them up. But this probe is... Oh, I like this. She's still using this Nexus to accrue probes, but she's parking her probes away from the adepts and by the cannon, where they will be safe. So while mining has been denied, probe production remains on point for Nina, making the most of what tools she has. We do have the Adept, and or the Oracle rather, as the Adept pressure has finished up. It is going to fly in and will get itself a couple of probes to start. 6, 7, no, this is not bad. And the Oracle is still alive. The Adepts are going to shade back into the natural. And poof, there they go. Okay, not finding any additional probes. Gets the Zealot, not that that's of much consequence. Gonna die now. And yeah. +1 is on the way for Paco Mike. Blink. Not gonna use the Stargate anymore from here for a while. Maybe if the game drags out to some super late scenario that might come back into play, but for now, we're gonna enter a more standard gateway-based Robo support type army from both players. I was looking for a little bit more damage. Gets 2 probes, but it's going to fall to the Stalkers. And Blink is just finishing now, so Paco might look to get some additional pressure this way. 3rd going down for Paco Mike. Ooh, Prism speed. Gonna see a Disruptor drop them. That is a way to get back into this game. Not that Nina is terribly behind, but I would not say this is a comfortable position to be down in workers and have had her tech delayed the way it was. Some 40-ish seconds behind in comparison overall. But leveraging a fast prism might take use of all the airspace on this map. But Blink is here, so I don't actually feel like there's a lot of room for the Disruptor play. Actually, just going to use it for... okay. This might actually be more for the double Immortal drop and to getting speed to negate the slow zones, perhaps? In any case, here's that speed prism. Dropping off. Blink Stalkers are going to pick it off, in spite of the fact that it had speed. Went a little bit too deep, and getting punished for that. The Blink Stalkers are going to pick off the prism, and now it's just this 3rd that can't get up for Nina. Really annoying to have to constantly poke at these Stalkers. Alright, finally Nina is going to be able to establish her 3rd, and Colossus is out for her. Not sure. Maybe she's thinking this is supposed to be a mass gateway style coming out of Paco Mike, but there are disruptors being added in, and I feel like that's going to get rid of the Colossus very easily. Potentially, I suppose. Depends whether there's like a prism and some counterplay. Paco's third is like oversaturated, whereas Nina's isn't even up yet all the way. So he's had a base advantage, income advantage for some time, due to what he's leveraged his opener into, just map control, and really deflecting the prism drop, the double immortal drop, killing the prism is what I mean to say. Alright, Disruptor's now coming out for Nina as well, so she'll be just fine to go toe-to-toe in a similar composition, albeit from a disadvantage. And we do see this other drop moving in. It has 4 Zealots in it, and those are going to get to work on the cannon and minerals. I think the prism died, unfortunately, for Paco Mike. He's actually rotating his main army to the front here. Disruptors! Very nice awareness from Nina with the Observer. She removes a vast majority of the stalker count, and suddenly she has tempo, and she is going to make a push out of this, moving into the center of the map towards that 4th base that is somewhat saturated, but it's not going to matter if Paco Mike doesn't have the army to defend it. So at this juncture, Nina has a sizable army advantage and is looking to leverage her one advantage she's made for herself back into this dangerous blink. Okay, good disruptor shot coming out of Paco Mike, going to connect with a healthy amount of those stalkers, and the tempo has been removed from the game for now for Nina. Not really able to press her advantage too much more. She's looking for whatever opening she can find, though. Just sharking around out here. I'm not sure why Paco is still going this way, having seen the army where he did. Good blink, baiting a disruptor shot. Flanking disruptors from behind are going to connect with a disruptor and a stalker, and some stalkers from Nina. Blinks forward, Nina gets a disruptor and shoots another lob into nothingness. Okay. We do have this prism with some DTs looking to backstab the main and continue that way. 4th base is going down for Nina. Some disruptors roaming about. There's those DTs we were talking about. Not finding too much. More charge slots on the south side, probably going to run towards that 4th. This has been cleaned up with no notable things. And yeah. I think, yeah, Nina knows this is here, just looking for it. Gonna dislodge this potential run by. While that's being okay, we have another encounter happening over here. The stalkers are going to push towards the natural. Recall is forced. Disruptors for Paco Mike. Oh gosh, this is a surround. And everything from Paco Mike is just dying. The one Colossus is actually coming in kind of useful. Okay. I think Nina is fine. I think whatever advantage Paco Mike had from the opening sequence was removed. Technically he still has a base lead, but this is looking better and better for Nina as these trades happen. She's consistently getting better hits. There's been some nice looks coming out of Paco, like the way he moves his disruptors and his stalkers separately. He's opening up some potential shots for himself, but this is becoming increasingly scarier as we are heading into a base trade. Okay, Nina has the initiative on this base trade as it's only stalkers back here. Oh no, there are 2 disruptors here as well. A handful of stalkers are at the third for Nina. One stalker is being bold and scaring off the higher stalker count. Actually, Nina, after picking off the 4th, is going to come back and look for a surround. This could be very scary. Good blink is going to get out of that Nova. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Gets both disruptors, and Nina will force the recall. One stalker did not get the memo and is going to die. Okay, no, there is still a base count for Paco Mike. So maintaining his one edge, or what has been his primary edge throughout the course of this game, Paco Mike is seriously down in robo units. Look at how many disruptors we have for Nina with the 1 Colossus, whereas multiple times Paco has lost all of his disruptors. Nina is looking to get up this ramp, maybe? Nova? That was a huge connection, but it might not matter. It might be just not quite enough. It might be too late. DTs actually are going to push Nina back for now, but did she just Nova the DTs? I think so. Gonna get a concave on this from the high ground. There is a carrier out, some DTs. So actually with charge lots, so like she's actually being repelled, and Paco Mike has held, I guess. But this is like 1 carrier versus all these stalkers. They're just gonna well, there's enough supporting stalkers that she can't just blink under the carrier. I still don't like Paco Mike's position. I'm surprised he has the carriers even. Disruptor looking for that DT. There is an observer with the army now, so gonna get the Archon. Nina is backing off, and goodness. Okay, Nina has circled around to the top side again. There is a disruptor here looking for the flank. Will connect with the other disruptor as the stalkers were able to blink out of harm's way. But this is really awkward! Nova not getting anything, and Nova from Nina exposing the carrier, forcing the stalkers to blink onto the high ground, leaving it to die. Blinks onto the disruptor. A pair of disruptors going down the ramp into the stalkers that can no longer blink as they have expended their Twilight upgrade, and Nina will take this game, putting eXoN up 1-0. I forgot to tell you guys that this was a best of 5 on the readout, although I did verbally state that, so. hopefully you guys are listening and not trying to rely on reading for the score parameters. Alrighty. You know, I think I will get the mouse scroll, but I think I'm just going to slow it way down. Okay. I think that will suit me better. Alright, up next we're gonna have Cham versus Vindicta. I haven't actually seen Cham play a whole lot in recent times. Like, I remember seeing a lot more Cham when I was following the online scene a little bit more, but with all the things that have been happening, I just haven't gotten much chance to watch the online tournaments as much. Very active in the tournament scene is Cham. So, yeah, definitely well known from that. Like, if you only watch the WCS, well, it's not ESL stuff and GSL stuff, like, you're not gonna know a whole lot about Cham, but if you see, like, whatever tournament is playing each weekend, there's a good chance Cham is somewhere in there, and usually does decently. Let's see what how he wants to play on a map like eXoN. eXoN is not quite as wild as Purity Industry. It doesn't have the, like, Purity Industry has a lot of oddities. Like, you have the short airspace, the non-standard base layout, the gold base at one end, island base at the other. It's just very strange. There's a lot of memes you can do there. I was actually kind of surprised that Nina decided to go for a cannon rush on Purity Industry, given how the map is not good for cannons, generally speaking. Looked like she wanted to get a 4-pylon wall up. Obviously that's very expensive, and but it really didn't matter. She was able to get to the composition she wanted with the Blink, Ruptor, and single Colossus. And yeah, in any case, let's switch the overlay and intro the players before Suju yells at me about overlays. Not really yell, but messages me. Okay, in the upper right as the blue Zerg from eXoN, it is Cham. And to the bottom left as the red Terran, it is the one, the only, Alpha X Vindicta. Okay. Cham is opening standard, and Vindicta is also opening standard. I think this is not, like, uncommon of these players, but it's also not uncommon for either of them to open non-standard. Vindicta has been mixing in the proxy 2 racks, I want to say. Cham has had his fun with the pool first openers at times. I don't really think of him as a pool first kind of Zerg. I think of him more as like a general aggression kind of Zerg. Like, I think he hatch first is more of his games than anything. But, yeah. In any case, Overlord did scout for the proxy racks single, and gonna see a SCV blocking this third. Oh, eBay blocking this third. Oh, Bunker blocking this third. Man, Reaper is going to be annoying. Not really finding anything yet. That's a ling. That's something. That's something. Some 25 minerals. Salvage? No? Okay, there it goes. Reaper is... I think he wanted to grenade the drone. And then whatever else he could get, but was a hair behind the thought, perhaps. Anyhow, speed is almost done. Like 9/10. There goes the countdown. And we have a third CC halfway done for Vindicta. 2 Hellions are out, another 2 are going to come out, and then he might switch something. Don't think this will be a heavy Hellion committal. Not sure which build this is, but just based on what we do. Oh, no, gonna get 6 at least. Okay. In any case, gonna put the, almost. The thought was there. Trying to deny what he can. Almost got the drone that was going to morph into the abandoned nest. That would have been nice and annoying. Not that it would have actually accomplished that much, seeing as he doesn't have something to synergize with that small window he could have created for himself, I guess. But gonna confirm that it is indeed abandoned nest morphing there. Deny some creep a little bit. Or more just being a nuisance. Putting some presence on the map. We do see the lair has started. It's pretty normal timing, nothing to write home about. We do have 3 racks here, and tank production has begun. Hellions are still being their usual Hellion selves, clearing creep, looking for openings. Seeing that there is no forward fourth. And yeah, third has not moved on to any location yet. Probably want to take this location over here. And clearing a creep tumor or 2. That's nice, that's nice. Actually, he targeted his own Hellion because he could not see that creep tumor anymore, so really cute micro. Alright, the 4th has started for Cham, and 3rd is moving over to location for Vindicta. We are powering into that mid to late game. Just more the macro, the like full powerhouse engine of where Terran and Zerg like to go. It's gonna start to centralize around how much pressure he can put on the 4th. He does confirm that it is there. Reducing the creep is actually important for things like this, because this is his... Oh, that's actually unfortunate for Vindicta that he wasn't able to get that last creep tumor. I think he definitely would have wanted to get that. But now we have the tank Marine push coming. There is a medevac, a pair of medevacs rather. And where is he going? Hello? You heading to the main? I guess you're heading to the main! Okay, Vindicta! Feeling that the parade rally to the 4th is not going to be all that optimal, he's going to park these medevacs on the low ground where they will be very difficult to get a surround on. Leaving 4 or 5 Marines down there. The rest of his forces are elevated up, and they're going to start to put some pressure over here. Meanwhile, there is a drop heading to the 4th, where we were talking about earlier, and mutas are in play as well, so there will be some maneuverability for Cham. There they go. There's that medevac drop. It is dropping on creep, unfortunately, so Cham is able to see it and react to it accordingly. I'm gonna pick up both medevacs as well, or both pick up medevacs. Pick up both tanks as well. Still clearing creep is Vindicta with this single drop, as he is able to escort his tanks out of harm's way. The mutas are not going to get anything there. Okay, that's fine. Mariners are looking for a muta if they can snag one, but not really seeing an opening. The mutas are flying somewhere. Where are the mutas flying? Where are the muta flock going? Where go? What do? Okay. Not finding any opening as the Marines have some pretty good coverage. We're also going to see some missile turret coverage for the production. And the Thor is here to anchor the backline. This is actually a pretty healthy muta flock. This is not like the 7 or 9 mutas that sometimes come out to force an overreaction. This is like... How many mutas do we even have here? Stop flying! Ah! Many. 20-ish? Give or take? Anyhow, we have a Thor anchoring this. He's gone into Hellbat. Oh no, he just turned his Hellions into Hellbats. He's gone into mine production from his factory with the Thor as well. And gonna make his push now, or some semblance of a push. Some start of a push, I should say. Pre-splitting the Marines. And where are the mutas? Where'd they go? Oh, they're over here. I can totally read the minimap. Alright, getting some supply depots, looking around, Thor taking some pot shots at the mutas, some creep is receding. Creep, oh my goodness. Would like to get some of those banelings if he could, but they are too far away. Hellbats are exposed, but the Thor is there to shoot at the mutas so that they're not completely free. He didn't want them anyway. Mines are on that back line, so the mutas have to be careful. Okay, they actually do have a overseer with them, but they will eat a mine shot. 4th has been established for Vindicta, and the turrets are not quite up yet, so I'm gonna snag a couple SEVs with these mutas and eats another mine shot. These mutas are taking some damage, and they might be trapped. Oh, but banelings are rolling into the 3rd, and 12 SEVs have fallen. So that's something for Cham. Vindicta, he is... Well, he's kind of dealing with the mutas, but he's also taken some damage once the banelings came into play. The mines are have softened up the mutas a lot, but he hasn't really been able to... How many has he been able to kill out? Oh, well, that was nice. He's gonna make his push now, though, as he's finally cleared enough creep that this location is quite exposed. As you see, he is pretty split. The Banelands are going to come in and get on top of as much as they can. The tanks and the Thor are being a nice anchor, but there's just too much Ling Bane, I think, for the time being. He's going to retreat into his planetary at the 4th, and Ultras are out too. 20 mutas have fallen. I don't know if there are any more. There might be like 1. In any case, Ultras are running forward, not really finding much. This is not a bad fight for Vindicta, I would say. He should be happy with that. And yeah, ground carapace is finishing up, as is vehicle plating 2, concussive shell, so he is thinking about the Marauders, which will help him for the Ultras. And gonna try to snipe this one, doesn't quite get it. Gonna take a 5th base. This is where some of the oddities of the map come back into play. Okay. Oh my goodness, I missed something. Ah, I see. Liberator. Still getting kills. My goodness, this Liberator is doing work. I guess there was probably another one at the natural. Anywhere else? Don't think so. Okay, double medevac drop is moving over to the top side, probably going to deny this, okay. Not quite. Lings are there to deter that. Corruptors are out now, so this is... You see, it used to be that you see Corruptors and you start to be concerned about Broodlords, but Broodlords are not as strong as they used to be, and Thors have been buffed, so like, I'm not sure if this is... I'm not sure if this is the right play for Cham. I guess it's not bad. Another Liberator gonna get itself some more drone kills, very nice. Meanwhile, we have this double medevac drop going topside again. Ling run by setting up. Base is not quite there yet. Lings are actually just going to have to follow the medevacs as they've been spotted. Gonna get on top of that would-be 6th base. That Terran Force should take that base out, and this has been cleared out. Double medevac drop is moving back towards the Terran things. I guess that's the 5th. Creep spread is not bad, but there are some blind spots. So that is something that might be to particularly Vindicta's benefit, as he might head into the ghost stage of the game. I don't see... Oh, there is a thing that makes nukes. Silo. What is the thing actually called? Let's see here. Ghost Academy. I just think it's a silo. For nukes, obviously. This is Vindicta's fault. He's trained us all to see them as nuke-making facilities. They're not for making ghosts, they're for making nukes. I mean, you make the ghosts, yes, but you make the nukes. That's why you make it. That is its purpose in life. Mines are being annoying, but also getting cleared out. So, Liberator is going to secure this position. Force disengage. Thors are here. Yeah, he's starting to fill out his composition. We do see some ghosts are being added in. Another base is being taken by the Zerg. At the rich gas. Uh-oh, whoopsies. Aha! Okay. Coming from this funny angle for Vindicta, the Corruptors are actually just going to remain as Corruptors in order to deal with the Liberators. That makes a lot more sense now. What was I thinking? Why would you ever make Broodlords? And they're just here to support the Ultras, which are wrecking havoc. They're getting on top of both of these bases. Those have been wiped from the map. This base has also been cleared, but I feel like Vindicta is not feeling great about how that last series of events unfolded. He is pushing a little bit more, but that's being repelled. He's going to retreat with the one medevac, mostly full. And he's lost 2 bases. Cham is still maxed, and he needs to figure out how to defend this, because if he loses this, he loses the majority of his mining, if not all of it. Okay! The Hug of Life is good to support the planetary for now, but Banelings are going to come crashing in. They're going to clear the base. A number of SCVs also go down, 27 in total from that engagement. Vindicta was able to get both of his other bases up, but yeah, my computer is not going to be able to up the stream quality in that regard, I don't think. It has some graphics errors. I need a new graphics card. Nuke goes down. Cham did see it, but a little bit late. Or not, just in time. Just doesn't have a way to deal with the ghost in time, is what I mean. Brain is in 2 different places. Okay. These ghosts don't have place to run. Okay, there is actually a liberation zone, so they will be fine. I was concerned. I was looking at it like, where are you going? But yes, Liberators will help them survive, as the Banes don't want to run into that. Okay, he's retaken his 2 bases at this right-hand location. Zerg is threatening here. I think Vindicta is going to lose this one again. Oh, just gonna lose that. Workers, perhaps? Nuke going down at the corner base and the 5 o'clock base on the gas. And this base is almost dead from a pair of nukes, actually. We do have... So, this is kind of curious. It's like, this is one of the, like, strengths of Vindicta. He's, like, been a little bit on the back foot, but he was able to get to ghosts. And Vindicta on ghosts is a very scary thing. So, like, he survived long enough that he can start punching back at a very, relatively cheap... well, okay, that... state. But the thing is, like, I don't know if his economy is going to be able to support this, because he's just not been able to hold these bases on the perimeter. He's like forced into these into his corner of the map. He's not really able to take his half of the map, shall we say, if we're going to just use some general size comparisons. This base is not gonna die, but it can't actually be used, as the Lingbane is under it. Mines are connecting with the things, the Zerg things. The many Zerg things are crashing in, and they are gonna eat the Liberators. They are going to eat the SCVs. Running for his life, Vindicta is trying to make a last stand, but Cham will take game 2. I am so bad at inputting map scores. We will do that next game, hopefully. Alright, this puts eXoN up 2-0. So the next map has to be one for Alpha X to stay in this particular setup. The next one is Asuna versus Bylais on Eternal Empire. It is at least at 760, yeah? I think it can handle 760. What are we looking at? No, it's at 660. What? I'm gonna have to look into that. Why is that at 660? I don't even know. I cannot see. I cannot edit it while the stream is live, so I will have to look at it another time then, as the next map has been loaded already. It may have just auto-calibrated and decided that this is correct. I don't know. I'll sort it later, as I can't change it right now anyway, according to the thing says I cannot change it without closing the stream and reopening it, and we're already in the lobby, so I'll have to get it another time. Maybe if one of the players wants a break. Though, there's... Oh, what happened? No, they're both here. Okay, cool. Alrighty. A PvZ on Eternal Empire, Asuna versus Bylais. Bylais used to be on Alpha X, so I have some general familiarity with how he likes to play this matchup, but yeah. Anyhow, spawning in the upper right as the red Zerg for eXoN, it is Bylais. And in the bottom left, as the purple Protoss for Alpha X, it is Asuna. Well, this is a curious wall. I'm not sure what to make of this pylon placement. Does he want to go here? Is he trying to wall this? Or is he just gonna bring it all the way over here, or is he gonna go this way? I'm not sure. I don't know what this pylon is. I mean, this pylon does allow him to go here and, I guess, here? I don't know. Could be nothing. Could be completely normal. Probe Scout is going to come across, see that things on Bylais' side are at least normal. See if... Asuna obnoxiously blocking the pool right before it completes. We do see that Nexus, and okay, just the normal core placement, and I guess he'll put his gateway there, so he will have a full wall. It's just the first pylon was like as forward as he possibly could. I guess what this allows him to do is later he can put a gateway here, maybe? Or is he just gonna put a... is it just a pylon that he puts here? I can't tell how much space is there is the problem. This map is kind of funny. Where is the thingy? That did not help me. Third going down for Bio Ice. I mean, you can say it's early, but is it really?
Game paused.
Ice asking for a pause, so we can go back and examine this wall. Yep. Tech has been chosen for Asuna. It is the Stargate, so it's very standard, I will say. It's like so standard, it's not standard anymore. What I mean by that is, it used to be that, or that there was a time and place where Zerg just stopped scouting versus Protoss actively because you would just assume there was a Stargate. I wouldn't say that lasted very long, but there was such an era. It was quickly ended by the charge lot all-in, I suppose. And then came back again when the charge lot all-in started to die off because Zerg knew how to build roaches. But in any case, like, Stargate has been a staple of this matchup as just the defensive tool, I would say.
Game resumed.
That's what I'm trying, what I'm really trying to convey, right? Is like, it gives you all the scouting information you can want. It's some light harass options. And it's had this, like... But the thing is, there was, like, this movement away from Stargate. With the Robo being cheaper. They started going into, like, Prism first builds. Whatever that looked like. So I like that the Stargate is hidden now, just because it's good to hide tech, and you don't really know. This is cute. He's using... So, the Adept forced this to morph, because the drone would have otherwise died. And where did he go? I don't know. Oh, there he is. Or she, rather. I suppose an Adept is a she. Usually. From the voice, at least. What was I saying? Adept forced the morph, then moved the Adept into the space. It was nice. Phoenix is out. It's going to kill this Overlord at least, before any additional scouting information is garnered. Did at least see the timing of the gas. One of them, anyhow. I mean, all in all, it's very standard what we're looking at. Very defensive Protoss positioning so far. What is this? Another Stargate? Okay, so pooling Phoenixes. Asuna is going to probably attack attack the Overlords and get some drone kills later-ish. I'm gonna establish his third first. He definitely needs a third for where he's taking this game. He may or may not need a fourth depending on which Mass Phoenix he is going to play, but he at least needs a third. at minimum. There is a double Phoenix into like this strange charge lot timing. What it's designed to do is like bait Hydras and then sweep the ground, but it's very uncommon. More likely this is double Phoenix into ICA or carriers or carriers. But the Phoenix, the second Stargate not being scouted was pretty important, and now with however many Phoenixes this is, 6, I think, 7 total. Gonna move across. I like the single Phoenix clearing the pathway so that this maintains the illusion a little bit longer. Gonna get an Overlord off the bat. There's the 8th one. Roaches are out, but they don't shoot up. Picking up some Queens. That's always nice. Still getting the Overlords. Don't know if... Double Spores are going down in the mineral lines, so... Spire gonna be the response out of Bio Ice. Roaches are moving across to put on some pressure. There is a stasis ward at the top of this ramp, so that's kind of important. Picking up the roaches, Asuna is mitigating this counterattack as much as he can before it hits. There is a shield battery online here, and with the gateway support, he will be able to hold. Also plopping down some more gateways. We do see the TC and the Forge have been dropped behind this, and double Robo, so definitely that ICA composition taking us into the mid game, probably a 4th base as well. And Bio has established his 4th. His drone count is relatively healthy. I guess it's kind of funny because like his drone count is such that it hasn't been touched too much. Oh, this is painful, losing a lot of Overlords now. Not supply blocked yet is Bio Ice, so that's something, but he's probably gonna have to make some more. What I was trying to say was the brain is not working. The spore crawlers and the larva that is being spent is going into things that are not drones. So like we have actually seen 14 drones fall, so that is something. I don't know if I would say the Phoenixes have paid for themselves, but I don't hate the position for Asuna. Like, he's up in supply, right? So that's definitely worth something. Corruptors are gonna clear the Phoenixes, actually. But this ICA push is moving into the 4th. There is a prism here, and... Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. There is a good number of roaches at the top of that ramp, so has to think about how he wants to engage this. A single Phoenix is here to take a look, and gonna continue this engage. The prism moves onto the high ground. Another pair of immortals has moved up. Force fields are good to cut up the roaches, and this is looking good for Asuna. The Banelings, though, have something to say about all the charge lots. Hatchery does fall. Broodlings are adding their DPS to the fight. But these drones are falling, and more Archons are morphing for Asuna in the backline. I think Asuna is gonna take... Wow. I just inputted the score. Gosh. Hopefully we can fix this next game. That's the third game now that, the third game now that I've just like not actually given you guys the score, even though I know how to do it. Yeah, really good tech switch coming out of Asuna. Going into the Phoenixes, forcing Spire reaction, and then just committing hard to the ground with the ICA. And yeah, he took a fourth, I guess, but that was more for economy's sake, not so much that he needed it, shall we say. Just to give him some longevity towards the late game. Alright, so we will be seeing the fourth match, and as Asuna saves Alpha X from a sweep, Starkiller is going to face Burninator. This is a match that I've been really hoping to see when I looked at this lineup. Being the fourth match, I wasn't sure. Like, you look at a lineup and it's like, well, it could go like 3-0 in either direction, I guess. And then, you're robbed a match, I feel. Because I really like this match on paper. Once I find the lobby. 1 second. I'll tell you why I'm excited for this one. Okay, someone's going to make the lobby. Sometime today. We hope. Anyway, I think most of you know who Starkiller is, right? He's an aggressive Zerg, has a lot of pool first openers. Like, okay, when I think of pool first, I think of Starkiller. I mean, there are a few others that come to mind, like Bly or No Regret, but they don't really do it for me, you know? It's like, seen it once, seen it 1,000 times type thing. But Starkiller, I feel like he innovates the way he plays a little bit more. I mean, I guess I mean to say that he's not just going to, like, just because he opened pool first doesn't mean he's going to cheese you. I mean, he probably is going to cheese you. Doesn't have to be. It depends how you define cheese. It might just be some pressure into macro. I mean, in any case, I feel like he's a hard opponent to read. I don't know if he always knows what he's doing. He's kind of placid, I suppose. So that's Starkiller, right? But then you have Burninator. He's random GM. By which I mean he can play random. He is listed as random for this. And it's on Golden Wall! So, like... Oh, and did I mention he's a regular of Printf's stream? So, like, you have all these different things about these players that just screams weirdness. And then you put them on a map like Golden Wall? Like, are you not asking for full NA over the title of this match? Is this not what you came here to see? Being the ATL NA Pro. In any case, where is that lobby? Oh, man. I don't see it. I actually don't see either of the players. What has happened? I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure Bibbs is looking for Starkiller, and Talden is looking for Burninator, but I don't see either of them here yet. And I assume a lobby will be made once one of the players is found. I'm guessing. I don't actually know anything that's happening because... oh, there's a lobby. Join again. We have a Starkiller. Do we have a Burninator? Going once. Going twice. Question marks everywhere. Ah, there is the Burninator. Yes, okay. Good, good. We get the match that we wanted to see, right? Right? This is what you guys want. The memes. Alright. Hopefully, we get a good match. Like, as in, it does not end in, like, under 5 minutes. Between these two players, I don't know what's going to happen. I have no expectations other than it being unorthodox. That is the extent of my expectation because it is Golden Wall and because it is these two players. Like, there are other two players, other pairs of players I will definitely expect the game to be more normal or even equally as weird. But, like, this is definitely one of those pairs that you look at this map and you're like, someone is going to do something, right? At least when that's your exposure to Burninator. I don't know anything about Burninator's playstyle other than that he plays random. That's just, like, all that I know about him as a player. But given where I have seen him hanging out in streams, I would think he probably has a bend towards the unusual, at least. But, I mean, Cuddle Bear also hangs out in Printf's stream, and he's, like, as standard gets most of the time. So, does that really tell you anything? No. Not an iota. Not an iota. In any case, spawning on the bottom left as the Teal Zerg. For Alpha X, it is Starkiller! And to the bottom right, as the green 10. For eXoN, it is Burninator. Alright. We are starting out this game with a mysterious SCV. Follow the SCV. Can you? There we go. What is this SCV doing? Where are you going, little friend? Are you going to your other friend that is over here? Oh look, 2 bunkers on gold, or 2 Raxes that may be followed up by 2 bunkers. What was I saying about memes? Memes, yes, memes. Okay, drones have spotted this, and they are on the hunt. It's very strange to see drones moving in this fashion, but it makes a lot of sense, right? You want to stop the SCV from building the thing. You know, actually, okay, he has seen the other ones as well. We are going to get at least one... okay, 2 Raxes have completed. The 3rd Rax is not done yet, but it should get up. And the Marine is going to save one of the SCVs. One of them did fall. Actually, that one is going to die as well. So this what was intended to be a 3 Rax is going to be a 2 Rax, at least for a while. The drone is going to die. And the last one is going to have to retreat. You know, for all the time this bought him, and the fact he's able to get this Spore Crawler now, I think this is fine for Starkiller. Like, he's already used to playing from a low econ state. Losing 4 drones, or losing 3.5 drones isn't a fantastic start, but like it's better than having bunkers being made in your natural. It's better than losing your natural or having to lose a ton of drones. And he can start to go counterattack with these lings. He has enough lings at home. This Rax is gonna be completed, I guess, but Burninator is in a lot of trouble. This game might just end. I mean, yes, there is a wall, and yes, it can be repaired. The Marines are gonna come back, I guess, and clean this up. But, like, this cannot be the game state that Burninator envisioned. He's pulled a pair of SCVs. They're going to repair this wall. The command center starts after the factory. He's halfway done, and the lings are going out to the proxy location. Gonna ensure that they were confirm that they were indeed lifted. There's a second spine crawler at the natural. Not that it's needed at all, but just paying heed to the fact that there were 3 Raxes, not just 2. And yeah, the game is stabilizing. I wouldn't say that it is normalizing, but it is stabilizing, as in tempo has been removed on both sides. And, well, okay, there we go. Alrighty. We have ourselves a game. Finally. How did he see the proxy? I don't know. Maybe he had an overlord. I wasn't paying the closest attention to his scouting information. I just wanted the mystery of it. I have no way of figuring that out from here. Like, you're asking this in the past, and I'm here in the future looking at all the map vision that has happened over the course of the lings running across, and I'm just like, ah! He probably saw it with an overlord. You play Terran, you've probably done this at some point. Okay, Rax is there. I probably should have paid more attention, yes. Magfield, factory, mech. Okay. Battle mech, coming out of Burninator. At least for part of it. We do see a Rax was landed at a potential 3rd, and it's actually been a hot minute since it was safe for Starkiller to expand, and he hasn't taken the gold, he hasn't taken the 3rd base, he hasn't mined out these mineral patches. Where is he wanting? I mean, he has a lair. What is this gonna be? 2 base mute up? I mean, I guess he's tried to take this 3rd and he cannot. Scan goes down. This is a good scan. He like looks at the timing of 3rd and he's like, okay, Starkiller, what are you doing? What meme are you bringing now? Spire is down at the natural, so 2 base muta it is. 3rd is down. and a handful of lings are out, but meh. They're gonna look to get some damage done, but not gonna find anything for at least a little bit. I don't know if you want to run that way. Okay, there you go, backing off. Viking is clearing out this bottom side. It did get an overlord, and yeah, there goes another scan looking for the tech, but it is not in the main. It is at the natural, so this scan doesn't actually give him any new information that he didn't already know, which is that there was in fact a lair. We do still see this, okay, he's dead now. Bye-bye, Rax. I do think going into mech behind somewhat botched proxy Raxes of any number of multiple oh my goodness, English hard is not uncommon, just because like you're building the factory, so like, okay, what, like, where are you gonna get stim from, right? So it does follow a certain logic. Mutas are going to find the Viking, or rather the Viking is going to spot that mutas are in play now. Hellions died to the lings, and mutas are going to change course, rotating over to the top side, and there are cyclones, so they will have to be careful. Getting some SCVs to start for, but losing a muta. Muta for furlings, or for SCVs, it's okay, I guess. Oh, has to be careful. There are 3 mines sitting, or 4 mines sitting there. Okay, you're gonna avoid that. There is a missile turret as well, and yes, okay, good. Not gonna fly over the mines. Being very careful, backing off as the mines have repositioned, and there are cyclones there as well. Alright, we have the 3rd moving out to location. 4th base is also starting for Starkiller, so the game has continued into oh gosh, blasted. Ah! Muta's dying. Muta's very dead. Very dead mutas. Yikes. 10 mutas have fallen. And the score is 2-1. This is a... oh my. Oh my. Starkiller taking incredible damage. Oh no. Losing several more mutas. Trying to engage onto the Cyclone Hellion, not really finding any sort of equity there. And gonna get some Banelings. That, if he, okay, so if he can get the surround with the Speedlings, and oh, that's not what I meant to do. Trap some of this, and then the Banelings can get a good connection. They will be able to clear this battle. Like, Ling Bane is not intrinsically bad versus this, but it requires him to have a good setup, right? He has to get the surround, otherwise he just gets kited. So this is a way to deal with Battle Mech, and it is a way that is available according to his tech. I don't know if it is a way that I prefer, but it's what's available, right? So yeah, he's gonna go for it. He's not really finding that, the connections, the surrounds, any of the things that he would like. He is getting more Banelings, so he might be opting for more like just getting so many Banelings that he can't possibly lock on and shoot all of them down before they start connecting. He go for another attempt at it. There are mines in the back, so he has to be careful. But he does clear most of them out, and while this was expensive, at least the main threat of cyclones, like sniping a base or something, is pretty much removed, as the threat is... I don't know. I think Burninator can be somewhat happy with this. He's on even supply with his Zerg, has what would be considered a better composition. I guess they're maintaining pace base-wise. He's been trading more efficiently than Starkiller. And, Starkiller is mining this out, so he is thinking about that next location. He's taken the gold base as his, what, 6th base? But Burninator is going to make another push. He's advanced onto the creep now, and this Ling Bane is kind of in an awkward position with the choke and the rocks, the ramp, all the things. That's not what I was looking for. There we go. Okay, just backing off as he's been seen. Scanning the base, confirming that Starkiller is thinking about it, but has not taken it yet. Ling's running over the top side. There is a planetary there, so they're not going to find much purchase. Well, they get some things. Not bad. Wasn't too much of an investment. I mean, it's nice. I don't know if you want to keep engaging like this. You're off creep. Okay. Okay. Alright, find some ally. Rally. Still losing a ton. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Burninator is being very cost efficient. And he has the supply lead now. He is up some 30-ish supply. He is nearing max. As he nears max, though, that will give Starkiller some chance to catch up, I guess. But now he can start to push, right? He has the 2 tanks. He has a Thor. This gives him an anchor for against the Ling Bane. He's gonna kite that as he can take the fight, and I mean, he lost almost nothing. Gonna get some of the creep tumors and Overlord, pick off whatever mutas he can. He has to be careful about Lings coming around for a flank, but they're not quite there, and gonna advance his tanks a little bit, but we're gonna see Starkiller going for a counterattack with the mutas. Gets a Thor, of all things, and surprisingly, right? Like, a Thor is pretty good against mutas, but his mutaflock is pretty high. It's not that high. Okay, he does pull away after another 11 SCVs fall, so that's something, but it might be too little too late. The mech force is encroaching on this base. I don't see him saving this. He has been able to use this to convert his larva into Ling Bane, and actually he's able to clear the force that's at the top of the ramp. However, there's still more, and a lot of this is Thor. Oh gosh. I'm gonna try for the surround with the help of the broodlings. I'm gonna get both of the Thors that are up there. So at least Starkiller was able to make this not a very free base kill for Burninator. And I suppose he's still on 67 workers. So, like, he's not dead. But this can't be comfortable. Yeah, okay. These Thors are marching back to defend the mirror location. Hug of Life on the missile turret is good. And it will deny the mutas from inflicting serious losses. 7 SCVs did fall though. Alright. Okay, Burninator is maxed and Starkiller is not that far off. So, in spite of a proxy 3 racks to start this off, we have gotten ourselves a late game scenario, and why can I not zoom out? There we go. Gets the surround on 2 of the Thors, and my dogs are upset. Yeah, I would agree. I don't think Mutaling Bane is great against mech either. After seeing this, I'm thinking maybe he wanted something else, but he already was on mutas, so I'm not sure where he was supposed to go instead. Blinding Clouds on all of the Thors is nice. That's going to actually allow him to sustain some of this, but he doesn't actually have very much to kill the Thors with. He had some mutas. Those are now gone. He had some Linbane. That is also dead. I mean, he's halfway done his +1 missile attack, or flyer attacks. I don't see Starkiller holding. There it is. Burninator will close out the series for eXoN. That's a good run. Good series. So that will be week 1 of Alpha Team League NA Pro for Alpha X. They do lose this week, unfortunately, but yeah, I like what Vindicta is saying. It could have been good if he surrounded the army sitting in the middle of the map, right? Like, if the army is here and he has more stuff and they like that's the idea of Linbane in general, and then you can like box magic box the mutas over the army, and it's like okay that can work, but it's very I think it's very technical and hard for the Zerg to use. I think there are some other options potentially available for Zerg, but I mean, he was on mutas already when he discovered it was mech, so oh well. Anyhow, that's all from me, I believe. We'll look to raid somebody, I suppose. Let me see.
He wants me to get up out of my spot so he can get in my spot because it's warm.
Let me see here. I thought I saw Rushi streaming, but I don't know if he is still streaming. I don't think he's live anymore. Okay. I don't know where to send this. I guess.
Lolo, come. Don't take that outside. Good boy.
Let me just make sure there's nothing else I'm missing.
I mean, he mostly knows it.
was in the movie, didn't you?
Let me just double check. I think that's it. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I remember the movie, did
I will send it to I'll send it to Nemesis since I can't find anything else. Alright, see you guys next time. Bye.
Nuclear missile ready.